Welcome back everyone to another Battle for Humanity Day Zero build-along. Today we have Mikasa Ackerman, another fan favorite, and one that I hear is going to make some serious waves in Standard when it comes to turn 2 aggro plays. So let's get into her. Let's get into the deck. Mikasa is a 7 hand size 23 health character. She's of the Survey Corps. She has air and fire as her two symbols, very aggressive offensive symbols. And she has two responses, the first of which is discard one card. After you play an attack, clear one card from your card pool. This attack gets +1 speed for each time you've played this ability this turn. So the more you play this discard ability, the faster your moves are going to get. And then response, commit one foundation, that's your cost. After your attack deals damage, draw one card. So that's kind of your way to get more cards to fuel this, this game plan. So Mikasa wants to play a lot of attacks in a turn and just consistently clear her card pool and beat people down. So, I think air is kind of going to be your clear symbol, and I think you get more draw off of air. So let's do air with attuned fire and check out some attacks, shall we? I've got it set to standard because, peek behind the curtain, I haven't recorded since before I went on vacation. I've been kind of taking a break and leaning on my backlog, and now I'm caught up to myself, so I kind of gotta. So let's see, I don't know if we want to do this 3 difficulty moves package, because a lot of it requires you to like have multiple cards in your card pool. We want to clear cards from our card pool. We've got high speed dive. That's pretty good. If this attack is the only attack in your card pool, your attacks get 2 speed for the turn. That's something we might like. We've got high velocity slice, Levi's overhead strike. After this attack deals damage, clear one other attack from your card pool. Lineup shot. I like positional advantage. Again, as with my other Day Zero builds, I'm gonna put in all the attacks at 1 of each, and then we'll curate it from there. I like positional advantage. It is a 6 diff, but on a 6 diff we get to push a foundation back to our rival's hand and gain damage. And as a 7 speed, it's going to be kind of difficult for them to block without committing out more foundations, which will allow our next attacks, the faster attacks, to give us more damage. So the only attack in your card pool gets 2 speed, no. Spend a momentum, clear it after it resolves. Maybe. I like Race to the Rescue, because if it deals damage, it clears itself. So then we won't have to discard to use Mikasa's effect. Relentless Onslaught, we're not dealing with 3 or more things. Seize the opportunity, running out of time, swift execution. Switch to Vertical Maneuvering. After this attack deals damage, ready 2 foundations with difficulty 1 or less. We're going to want to ready as many foundations as possible to keep using not only Mikasa's effect, but passing the checks to play our attacks. We don't want to commit them for Whirling Slash. Discard a card, draw a card? Maybe. I like Besiege, because you can guarantee make this card hit by forcing them to block with a +3 or greater, and if we're giving it speed, that makes it even harder. If we have rival has at least 3 more foundations than us, gets +3 speed, no. Dog Pursuit, no. Not dealing with that. Not dealing with that. Top 3 cards are discard 1 speed. We're not doing the combo with Seething Anger, though. We're not doing the 3 or more foundations thing. After this card is discarded during the combat phase, your next attack this turn gets -1 difficulty. I don't know if I like having an attack that the only reason I'm playing this 3 check attack is to discard it. Not nice. No. Rallied Assault could be cool. Could be. But I don't think we're going to be doing that. Next attack is 3 damage. No. We don't need the big Selfish Strike. Violent Betrayal. Wish Hard. Your rival has 6 more ready foundations to get stunned 2. That's pretty nice. Remove after you discard it from during the combat phase. Draw a card. That could be worth something. I don't know if we're going to be playing any of the infinity attacks. None of these shifty titan things. I don't think that's going to... Food motivated is hilarious. Playing food motivated just to straight draw 3 cards. Do we want to play food motivated? I'm at least going to put it in. Maybe it could be a cheeky one-of that maybe you open your turn with a food motivated, and that gives you more cards to discard from Mikasa's effect. Who's to say? If this card is cleared from your card pool, build it face down committed. After it deals damage, clear it. Not bad. If an attack is dealt damage this turn, this attack gets 2 speed. Titan armbar. We're not keeping things in our card pool. Electric Moth. Discard a card to draw 2 cards. That could be pretty good because we want to get more cards into our hand. We're not doing Death from Above things. It's the only card in your card pool. Draw a card. Okay. And if this attack gets plus X speed, X equals your rival's hand size minus the number of cards in their hand. I don't know if we need that, though. Sniping Spy, we could clear a card from our card pool, but we're already clearing cards from our card pool. That's the thing. Attack is completely blocked. Our rival loses 2 health. Hair Screech could be something, maybe. Let's see what else here. We're discarding, but we're not discarding during an attack. A Throw could be a decent way to guarantee damage with Mikasa, to commit a foundation and draw a card. I don't know if we need that, though. If this is the only card in your card pool, it gets 1 speed, 1 damage. If a card is left your card pool this turn, this attack gets 1 speed, 1 damage. Lightning Rod could be good, because we get 2 free foundations. Maybe. Ooh, 1% full, 1 for all, full cowling, 8% falling roundhouse. This gets speed and damage based on the number of cards we've cleared from our card pool. So this is an excellent finisher. And we get to ready a foundation that was committed during this attack's enhanced step. So if we have a commit ability, we can use that and then ready it again. This attack is completely blocked. Your next attack is 3 speed. If a card is left your card pool this combat phase, this attack gets 2 speed. Alright. After this card leaves your card pool during the combat phase, draw 1 card. We like that. If we've discarded a card during this enhanced step, gain 3 health. I don't know if the discarding during the enhanced step is going to be necessary. Lunar Taharis gets -1 difficulty for each card that's left our card pool. And if it's blocked, our rival discards half their momentum. And it's a throw, so that could be a neat, like, 1 or 2 of. I would love to do Storm of Arrows things if we had more ranged weapons, but it's all either weapon or ranged. Let's just take a quick look here. I'm going to skip some of the big expensive stuff. I've seen people talking about beast summoning as a loop, where you can just constantly lose 4 health and pick up beast summonings, then clear them, and you just play this until your rival's dead. But as a 723, I don't know how good that's going to be, because with all these 6-handers having 30 plus health, you might not be able to pay all that health in order to win. So I'm not gonna deal with that one. I might make that as like a fun, like, little deck, like a beast summoning loop or something. But we're not gonna deal with that right now. Let's see. See if there's anything else that would be really just solid. We would need damage. damage. That's kind of the big thing. If a card has left our card pool this turn, our rival adds a card from their hand to their card pool and draws a card. Razor Deluge is pretty good, because then we can guarantee if we've cleared at least one card, we stuff our rival's card pool, they can't block any of our attacks anymore. So I think that's pretty neat. I think that might be it. So let's take a peek at what we've got attack-wise. We've got 11 cards. I like that as maybe a 2 of. Race to the Rescue is a good, like, 3. Switch to Vertical Maneuvering could be a 3. Besiege could be a nice 2. Wish Hard could be a 2. Food Motivated could be a 1. Electric Moth could be like a 4. Roundhouse is like a 3. Knee Smash could be a 3. That is a 2. Then Razor Deluge is a 2. So that puts us at what, 25 attacks? 27! That's a lot of attacks. And granted, if you're going for this, just keep throwing attacks, 27... No, 27 is not possible. That's not a good card set. So let's take a look. We probably don't need the positional advantage, even though it is kind of a dunk, and it is fast. But let's rip those for now. Wish Hard can gain stun, and if we discard it, we can draw a card. We can get rid of the Besieges. This is at 23. And honestly, we could lose the Food Motivated, but I just like Blitz draw 3 cards to really put on the pressure. So let's focus on this 23 attacks and see what else we can come up with. I don't know if there's any assets we want. Gas Propellant, our attacks get 1 speed for the turn. We are not the Garrison, we are not the Military Police, we are the Survey Corps. We can get 2 speed, 2 damage, no. Vertical Maneuvering Equipment's good offense and defense. This can just get +1 damage on all of our attacks. Cape of No Return's good defense in case we need it. I play Wall Committed, though. Things have been destroyed. Here we go. We could Sports Festival Stadium. While this card's in our stage, after a player takes damage from an attack, they lose 1 health. And response, commit after our rival blocks our attack, discard their block and draw 1 card. So we can totally play Sports Festival Stadium to get a little extra burn. So if we're death by 1,000, killing them with 1,000 cuts, and this doesn't say non-throw, so cards like Lunar Taharis automatically will burn. That could be good. Are there any actions we want? Strategic Maneuver, Seething Anger. Support your friends, no. Airy Smiles could be good defense. Seizing the Advantage could be good to give our attack speed, and we get a Ready Foundation. So if we play Seizing the Advantage and play like an Electric Moth, check a 5, we just auto +1 a Foundation. That could be good. Alright. On to Foundations. Chase Down. Our cards with 6 or greater speed get 2 damage. +1 to most of these would only get it up to 4. So we'd probably need more speed. Commit, discard an attack. This attack gets X speed. I don't really know if we want to deal in committal costs. Maybe not even remove costs. Get out's good, just for clearing. After play this card, clear from our card pool. Our next attack is 3 damage. Flip, after 1 or more foundations is destroyed, clear a card from our card pool. Not going to worry about that. That's good defense, especially as a 7-hander. Reconsider, after you play this card, clear it from your card pool and draw 1 card. If it is your turn, discard 1 card. Maybe, because both on defense we can draw, on offense we can hopefully draw a new attack. Sword skills we're not dealing with. Sacrifice is the only attack in your card pool. It gets X damage. X equals its printed speed, max 6. That's pretty solid. And fire response, if this card is sacrificed, if your rival has 8 or more foundations, add it to your hand. So that could be a fun one of. This is my chance is solid. Traumatic Scene is good for defense. We're not worried about having more than 3 cards in our card pool. Feral Shriek is going to be good. That's going to help us. If we discard it, we get to draw a card, or we can cycle during our rival's turn. Last second dodge is good speed hate and throw hate. Mikasa's Admission is not only a 6 check, but we can discard it for +2 or -2 damage during the combat phase. Which is weird that it says this combat phase, this attack is +2 or -2 damage instead of this enhanced step. But it's a 6 check. If we have any other discard costs, it could work. Sacrifice for +1 damage. Discard a card. This attack is +6 damage. X equals its block modifier. It's +2. Maybe as like a 2 of. We're not worrying about cycling or having more than 3 attacks. After your attack is completely blocked, clear it from your card pool, maybe. Hawk Monster, Shibushin. Let's see, destroy foundation for 1 speed, nah. Personal reload. Flip, discard a card, draw a card. Your ranged or weapon attack gets 1 speed. We have a lot of ranged and weapons. That's what range. Never mind. We don't have a lot of ranged and weapons. Fury Kick, commit. Fury Kick if you destroyed a card. During the enhanced step. Curious about quirks, lets us draw. We need to draw. Let's see. Defiant Stance. This is a 4x, because if we commit it with Mikasa's effect as a cost, we can ready it. Latent Skill can be good for discarding the chaff to draw more attacks. What else we got here? Mother's Embrace is strong. We ready it when we clear cards from our card pool. Twins Bond. I don't think we need to worry about Twins Bond. Venture Forth from Singorn. Draw 2 cards. Maybe that's if we know we're going in. After you play an attack, if it's the only attack in your card pool, it gets 3 damage. We're not worried about that. Drawing more cards is always good. Massive Size, Thunderous Roar. We can flip waitlist or ready face downs, but we don't really have a lot of flip costs. Problem solving is good, because if we discard it, our next attack is cheaper to play. If cards left your card pool, once per turn, ready this foundation? Maybe. Incompatible Quirks would be good as like a 2 of. It is unique, but we can ready it as many times as we have foundations to remove. That's pretty solid. Nice Try is good. Just always good. Nejire-chan can give us damage. What else can we do here? Irma. Into the Fray, Scout's Forest. Don't really have a lot of charger weapons. Basic training is some damage, and a 0 diff. Small and limber. Do we have a lot of ways to destroy our own foundations? That destroys itself. That destroys itself. That it doesn't remove from the stage. That can sacrifice itself. Incompatible quirks, yeah. So if we use Small and Limber, we can commit it for Mikasa's effect, and if we remove a card from our stage somehow, it can ready itself. So that's pretty good. But I think that's going to be it. So we have a billion cards. 88. That's a lot. So let's see. We have a lot of mid blocks. Let us see how many of these mids we can cut. Dodge, get out. Cut one of these. I like the Mikasa's admission, though. Vertical maneuvering is good defense. You know what? Drop the food motivated. It's funny, and I'm sure I'll find a way to play it, but not right now. Maybe cut seizing the advantage? No, I kind of dig that, though. Mikasa's admission. We do have ways to trigger the discard, because we have latent skills, fearsome transformation if we don't have any momentum, electric moth. So we've got ways to trigger the discard during the enhance step. So I think that's going to be okay. Plus it's a 6 check, which will really help us out. Let's drop the last second dodges for now. That could probably be like 2 of. Sacrifice for the cause can be a 1 of. Mikasa's intensity can still be the 1 of. That's still 82 cards. Yeesh. Alright, 82. Let's shrink this down a bit. Let's focus on what we know we want to do. We want to be mainly offensive. We want to focus on offense. So maybe some of the defense we can cut. Yeah, cut some of the defense and focus more on just pushing through with our offenses. And see how that works. Probably don't need 4 of this. Probably don't need 4 of that. Or 3 of that. Let's try to 2. Let's cut small and limber to 2. And then cut seizing to 2. What's that put us at? 76. That's still a lot. Let's cut the vertical maneuvering. Gives us 75 cards. 75 cards is still a lot. I'm not gonna lie. But I think this is a good starting point. If you wanted to take a look, obviously this is not going to be the cream of the crop, because with a very fast turn 2 deck, you usually want to get as close to 60 as possible. But it is late, and I am not... These types of turn 2 decks aren't really my style. They're not my play style. I'm much more of a control player. So these hyper-aggressive, get them on turn 2 decks aren't really me. So I usually kind of struggle when trying to build these anyway. But I think this would be a good place to start. There we go, 74. This would be a good place to start, to at least start testing, and then see where you wanted to go. But as something that captures what Mikasa wants to do, she wants to play cards to get rid of, and she wants to play attacks, get rid of cards in her hand to get rid of cards in your card pool, and on hit, draw cards. She wants to play as many cards as she can in a turn on as little progressive difficulty as possible. So I hope that helps get across the basics of Mikasa Ackerman. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you haven't. I have many more deck profiles on the channel, including Attack on Titan and other properties. And if you want to help support the channel, I have a link to my Patreon in the description below. It's only a couple bucks a month, and you get access not only to my videos a day early, but you get access to other videos that I don't put out on YouTube whenever the need strikes me to record something. So, until next time, take care, guys.